a little bit about the Spyderco Delica and Endura. It is the Delica 4 and the Endura 4. Both of these have full flat round blades and have 5 times fast. It's VG10 Japanese stainless steel. Talk about that. It's a great steel, especially on a knife like this. These knives are some of the most affordable quality knives in Spyderco's lineup, and just because of what they are. There's fiberglass reinforced nylon handles. They make great work knives. I mean, they should get used. They're not, you know, toss it on your desk, open your mail with it. Workers' knives. And because of that, they get dull. I mean, that's the way knives go. You use them, ooh, that's sharp. They get dull. So, the thing about VG10 is it's easy to sharpen, which is good, especially for me, because I'm an idiot. I'm not good at sharpening knives. Especially if you're new to sharpening, if you're new to Spyderco knives, VG10 is a great place to start. Easy to work with, easy to take care of. You know, it's not going to rust overnight just because you left it somewhere kind of humid. They're great blades. I mean, they're not the most expensive, not the coolest super steel in the world, but they work great for what they are. And that's another thing about these series of knives. They're not that expensive. You pay right around $50–55 for either the Delica or the Endura. Some people say, well, why would you get the Delica for the same price as the Endura when the Endura is so much bigger? You know, you need a small knife sometimes, and you know they look cute together. Never mind. Regardless, VG10, great steel, easy to work with, easy to put a really sharp edge on, and that's what we all want. They both have, and they all have, pocket clip, 4 position, tip up, tip down, left side, right side. You can see all the way around. I really like these clips. Only thing I don't like about them is they're painted black. They're not anodized, and the paint just comes right off. You know, it doesn't take much. You can see the paint on that Delica. I've had this, I don't know, a couple months. And it's all worn off of there. This Endura is practically new, so you can't really see any of the wear on. There's a little up here. But that paint comes right off ASAP. I mean, just rubbing against stuff. It happens. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I don't really need it to look pretty, but putting that out there, it'll happen. You carry the knife, you use the knife, you bump into stuff. Paint's going to get scratched off those clips. I got into this series of knives buying this. This is foliage green Endura 4, combo edge, half serrated, half plain edge. This is a saber ground. When I got this, I didn't really know jack about Spyderco knives. I'll be honest. It looked cool. I was like, I'm going to pick that up. One reason I stopped really carrying this is because of the saber grind. It's not the best for slicing, and I hate the combo edge. I hate it. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's my problem. After I ordered this, I decided, wow, I really like these Spyderco knives, even if this one isn't perfect for me. And then I bought this green Delica. Didn't like it. Didn't like it at all at first. Actually, I hated it. It's small. It's the backs of the spring in this knife is really stiff, makes it tough to get out. Not that a huge deal or anything. I actually kind of come to like that, but see. But going from this and this, especially these saber ground Enduras, this is just a monstrous knife for being, you know, a folding knife. Big, thick blade, big handle. I mean, you can see that it's coming up both ends of my fist, and I don't really have small hands by any stretch of the imagination. Big old blade, a lot of knife, and I like that. I like big knives. But I got the Delica, and I said, oh, I really don't like this. It's small. I started carrying it to work. Started carrying it around. I love this thing. It is so handy. And it gets to the point where carrying a big blade is a little ridiculous, you know. You got to open something wherever out in public, you bust this thing out. Yeah, you might frighten people. Not that I'm trying to advocate worrying about what other people think. If you're within the law, you're fine, whatever. You know, discretion is usually a good idea. Of course, every situation will dictate something different. But, yeah, biggest blade possible might not always be the best thing to have on you. Enter the Delica. I can't get enough of these. I just recently got, as you saw, that blue Endura, and I love it. But, I still go to the Delica 9 times out of 10, just because, I mean, it's just about the perfect size. It's not super big, it's not tiny, it's still got enough handle to get a good grip on. If I wrap that up in my fist, I mean, I don't know if you can see the edges of that. You see the butt, not much. That's nothing like the Endura, where, look at all that I've got coming out of there, and even up top too. It's a big friggin' knife. And there certainly isn't anything wrong with that. Good thing to have around. I'm a big fan. But the Delica is just about perfect. These are, all of these knives, it doesn't matter. I mean, Delica, Endura, combo edge, all serrated, plain edge. A great way to get into Spyderco knives on a budget. I mean, you're only looking at $50, $55, depending. And like I said, tons of different colors, great blade steel, skeletonized steel liners. You know, I'm not going to be able to show you that, but trust me, they're in there. I'm going to have to do a video about taking one of these apart sometime and show you the insides. Regardless, great knives for the money. Great knives for the money. You really can't do any better in the Spyderco line for $50. And they are fantastic knives. I've tried, I'm going to be honest with you, I've tried them all, knife-wise. Anything out there, I've tried it. And these Spydercos, not these Spydercos, Spyderco in general, always beats everything else. I mean, you can get into custom, high-end, you know, $300, $400 folders. That's a different story. I mean, you know that. But as far as, you know, $50 knife, Endura, Delica. You cannot beat them. Some people think that's a lot of money for a knife. $50. These are knives, you know, you're not going to beat this. If you can sharpen this blade, this knife will keep going for a very long time. I mean, this is a stage 1. Spent $100 on this knife. I'm sure people think that's insane. But this knife is fantastic. That's a different story altogether, and a totally different knife than the Delica and the Endura. And another review on that somewhere. Anyway, for the money, cannot be beat. Delica 4, Endura 4. That's all I have to say about that.